Imagine a country where time seems to stand still, where ancient customs defy modern logic, and nature feels almost magical. Welcome to Madagascar, a land so remote and untouched that it's like stepping onto another planet. But here's the real shocker: in some communities, being an honored guest means being offered something you'd never expect. They're women. Yes, you heard that right. Madagascar isn't just an island, it's a world of its own, nestled in the Indian Ocean. This massive landmass is often called the eighth continent because of its unmatched biodiversity and rich culture. Over 90% of its wildlife exists nowhere else on Earth, making it a haven for nature lovers. But it's not just the wildlife that's unique. Madagascar's people have held on to traditions that go back centuries. From their sacred dances to their jaw-dropping customs of hospitality, it's a place where the modern world feels miles away. And every corner tells a story of untouched beauty and ancient heritage. But there's one tradition here that will truly blow your mind. In some parts of Madagascar, when you're welcomed as a guest, the generosity doesn't stop at food or shelter, it goes much deeper. In certain villages, being treated as an honored guest can mean being offered something incredibly personal. They're women. It sounds unbelievable, right? But this shocking tradition isn't about exploitation, it's rooted in trust, respect, and an age-old sense of community. How did this custom come about? And what does it reveal about life on this mysterious island? Let's dive into the heart of Madagascar's most unexpected tradition. Madagascar is located off the southeastern coast of Africa, sitting proudly in the Indian Ocean. As the fourth largest island in the world, it spans over 228,531 square miles, making it a massive and isolated landmass. Its unique position and size have allowed it to evolve in complete isolation from the rest of the world, creating an environment that's home to some of the most extraordinary wildlife and plants you'll find anywhere. From towering mountains to vast rainforests, Madagascar is a place where nature has had free rein to create a world unlike any other. Madagascar's biodiversity is nothing short of extraordinary. Due to its isolation from the mainland for millions of years, it's a place where evolution took its own path. Over 90% of the island's wildlife is found nowhere else on Earth. You'll encounter the iconic lemur, hopping through the trees, and the strange, yet beautiful, chameleons that change colors like living rainbows. But it's not just the animals that make Madagascar so unique, its landscapes are like something out of a dream. From the otherworldly avenue of the baobabs, where ancient trees stand like sentinels, to the lush rainforests, deserts, and pristine beaches, Madagascar truly feels like a world apart, untouched and wild, waiting to be discovered. Madagascar is a land where tradition and nature coexist in perfect harmony. It's a place where the rhythm of life has been shaped by centuries of customs, passed down through generations. The Malagasy people live deeply connected to their land, their traditions rooted in respect for both the environment and each other. Here, time moves at a slower pace, and the island's natural beauty serves as a backdrop to everyday life. The towering mountains, dense forests, and vibrant beaches aren't just stunning, they're sacred. In every corner of Madagascar, you'll find a blend of ancient rituals, deep cultural pride, and a landscape so breathtaking, it feels like stepping into a living masterpiece. In certain remote communities of Madagascar, there's a tradition that's as shocking as it is unique. Here, hospitality goes beyond offering food or shelter, it extends to something deeply personal. In these villages, when you're invited as an honored guest, the people may offer you something that's hard to imagine. They're women. But this isn't about exploitation or objectification, it's a gesture of trust and respect. It's an ancient tradition rooted in the belief that by sharing their women with guests, they are strengthening bonds, honoring their visitors, and forming a deeper connection. It's a custom that may seem strange to outsiders, but it speaks to the Malagasy people's deep sense of community and their unique approach to relationships. What do you think about this tradition? Do you agree that to truly understand a culture, we must look at its roots? Or do you think this is a practice that doesn't align with modern values? Share your thoughts in the comments below and let us know what you think about this fascinating tradition. The tradition of offering women to honored guests in certain Malagasy communities is deeply rooted in cultural values of hospitality, trust, and respect. In these communities, hospitality is seen as one of the highest forms of generosity. Offering one's wife or daughter to a guest is not about exploitation, but rather a symbol of deep respect and a gesture to show that the guest is truly valued. It reflects the Malagasy belief that sharing what is most precious, family members, creates a bond between guest and host that transcends typical relationships. This practice also stems from a communal sense of unity and support, where resources and even relationships are shared for the greater good of the community. It's about strengthening ties, ensuring mutual respect, and honoring the guest in the most profound way possible. To outsiders, this tradition may seem shocking, even hard to comprehend. The idea of offering women to guests is so far removed from most modern cultures, where such practices are viewed through the lens of individual rights and equality. However, in Madagascar, this tradition is deeply woven into the fabric of the culture. It's not about exploitation or objectification. Rather, it's a profound gesture of trust, hospitality, and respect. For the Malagasy, offering a woman to a guest is a way of showing the highest level of honor and community spirit. It's a practice rooted in centuries-old customs, where bonds are forged through acts of generosity and shared respect, not just between individuals but within the larger community. While it may seem foreign to us, it's a practice that has been passed down through generations, and is understood as a meaningful expression of cultural identity. If you've heard of this tradition before or are learning about it for the first time, do you think such practices are possible or should be accepted in today's world? Is it something that aligns with modern values? Or is it a tradition that should remain in the past? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I did love to hear what you think about this unique cultural practice in Madagascar. Everyday life is marked by simplicity and a deep sense of community. Picture small villages nestled between lush green forests and vibrant rice fields, where families live close to the land and to each other. Children play barefoot in the dirt, laughing as they chase one another through the streets, while elders sit together under the shade of towering trees, sharing stories passed down through generations. There's a deep respect for tradition, with people gathering for festivals, music, and dance that have been part of their culture for centuries. Life moves at a slower pace, focused on family and community rather than the rush of the outside world. It's a place where neighbors are like extended family, helping each other with everything from farming to building homes, and where the bonds of friendship and trust are built through shared experiences and mutual care. In Madagascar, family and community are the cornerstones of daily life. The concept of fitavanana, a Malagasy term that represents kinship, solidarity, and unity, goes beyond just immediate family ties. It encompasses extended families and even neighbors, who work together, support each other, and share responsibilities. The roles within the family are often traditional, with respect for elders being central. Parents, children, and grandparents play distinct yet interconnected roles in maintaining the household and the broader community. In these close-knit communities, everyone looks out for each other, whether it's helping with farming, building homes, or taking care of the sick. Shared labor is common. Families and neighbors often come together to help with big projects like harvesting crops or preparing for celebrations. The sense of collective responsibility is strong, ensuring that no one is left behind, and that the well-being of the community is prioritized over individual gain. This reliance on one another creates a support system that strengthens bonds and fosters a sense of belonging and loyalty. Life in Madagascar moves at a much slower pace compared to the fast-moving modern world. There are no rush hours, no deadlines, and certainly no frantic hustle. Instead, time feels like it stretches out, allowing people to connect with their surroundings and one another in a way that's rare in today's hectic world. The days unfold gently, with mornings spent tending to gardens, afternoons spent in conversation, and evenings marked by family meals under the stars. While this slower pace can seem idyllic, it comes with its own set of challenges. Without the convenience of modern technology or infrastructure, daily life requires a level of patience and resourcefulness that many outsiders might find difficult to adapt to. Basic needs, like water or transportation, aren't always readily available, and the simple task of getting food or supplies can sometimes take hours. But for the Malagasy people, this rhythm of life is more than just necessity. It's a way of reconnecting with nature and the community, a reminder that the simplest moments often bring the greatest joys. Madagascar's landscapes are nothing short of mesmerizing, each one more breathtaking than the last. One of the most iconic sights is the Avenue of the Baobabs, a surreal stretch of ancient trees whose towering, bulbous trunks seem to reach for the sky. These trees have stood for centuries, their massive silhouettes creating an almost mystical scene, especially at sunrise and sunset when the light bathes them in an ethereal glow. Beyond the baobabs, the island is home to lush rainforests where vibrant flora and unique wildlife thrive. Imagine walking through dense, green jungles, the air thick with the sounds of chirping birds and rustling leaves. These rainforests are a haven for creatures that exist nowhere else on Earth. From colorful chameleons to rare lemurs, yet Madagascar's landscapes are as diverse as they are stunning. To the south, you'll find arid deserts with sweeping, golden dunes that seem to go on forever. The contrast between the dry, dusty land and the vibrant life found in its pockets is striking. And then there are the pristine beaches, unspoiled, secluded stretches of white sand and crystal clear waters that offer some of the most peaceful and beautiful coastlines in the world. Each of these landscapes tells a different story, making Madagascar a place where every corner feels like a new adventure waiting to be discovered. Madagascar is often described as a different planet because of its truly unique flora and fauna, which you won't find anywhere else in the world. With over 90% of its wildlife being endemic, the island is a natural wonderland that feels like stepping into a living, breathing experiment in evolution. Imagine walking through the lush forests, where the air is alive with the calls of animals like the ring-tailed lemur, whose curious eyes peek from the treetops, or the strange, brightly colored chameleons that change hues right before your eyes. The island is also home to the fossa, a cat-like predator that roams the forests, and the bizarre ai, a nocturnal lemur known for its long, spindly fingers used to tap on tree trunks in search of insects. The flora is just as otherworldly, towering, alien-like baobab trees, their swollen trunks standing like ancient sentinels, dominate the landscape. The island also boasts a variety of rare orchids, medicinal plants, and spiny forests filled with succulent species that look like something from a sci-fi film. Madagascar's wildlife and plant life are unlike anything you'll encounter anywhere else, making it feel like a place suspended in time, where evolution has had the freedom to craft a world all its own. Madagascar is alive with vibrant sounds and sights that make it feel truly magical. In the forests, the air is filled with the calls of exotic birds and the eerie songs of lemurs, while chameleons flash their bright colors among the trees. The landscape is a painter's palette: lush greenery, colorful orchids, and towering baobab trees. On the beaches, the gentle crash of waves meets pristine sands, with the wind softly rustling through palm trees. Whether in the rainforests or by the ocean, Madagascar's sights and sounds create an enchanting, almost surreal atmosphere that makes it feel like a world apart. Despite Madagascar's natural beauty and rich cultural heritage, the Malagasy people face significant economic and social challenges. Poverty is widespread, with a large portion of the population living on less than $1 a day. Limited access to basic resources like clean water, healthcare, and education makes daily life difficult for many. The island's infrastructure is underdeveloped, and many remote areas are cut off from essential services, requiring hours of travel to reach the nearest town or medical center. While the country's landscapes and biodiversity are world-renowned, the majority of the population relies on subsistence farming, struggling to make ends meet. These challenges are compounded by political instability and a lack of economic opportunities, leaving many families in a constant fight for survival. Despite the hardships, the Malagasy people remain resilient, with communities coming together to support one another and preserve their unique way of life despite the challenges they face. The Malagasy people are incredibly resilient, finding joy in the simplest things. Life in Madagascar may not be easy, but the sense of community and unwavering optimism is truly inspiring. Even with limited resources, families gather to celebrate life, whether it's sharing a meal of rice and beans, dancing to traditional music around a fire, or simply enjoying the beauty of their surroundings. Their connection to nature, the land, and each other brings a sense of peace and fulfillment that's hard to match. The Malagasy people know how to find beauty in everyday moments, whether it's the golden sunset over a rice field or the laughter of children playing in the streets. Their ability to embrace life with a smile, despite adversity, is a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the deep bonds that hold their communities together. Madagascar is a truly unique destination, unlike any other place on Earth. Its natural wonders are extraordinary, home to bizarre wildlife, untouched rainforests, towering baobab trees, and pristine beaches that feel like paradise. But what truly sets Madagascar apart is its rich culture and traditions, shaped by centuries of history and a deep connection to the land. The Malagasy people, with their resilience, warmth, and sense of community, bring the island to life in a way that is both humbling and inspiring. From the traditions of hospitality to the vibrant music and dance that echo through the villages, Madagascar offers a fascinating glimpse into a world that has remained largely untouched by modernity. Whether it's the magic of its landscapes or the deep-rooted cultural practices, Madagascar is a place where every corner reveals something extraordinary, a destination where nature, culture, and tradition come together in perfect harmony. How would you react if you were invited into a community where hospitality meant sharing something as personal as family? Do you think you could embrace a culture so different from your own, where tradition and community are at the heart of everything? Would you be willing to experience a place where life moves at a slower pace, where beauty lies in simplicity and nature? And, most importantly, would you visit Madagascar, a land of stunning landscapes and unique customs, to witness this captivating way of life for yourself? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to know how you'd feel about exploring this fascinating island. If you enjoyed this journey through the wonders of Madagascar, don't forget to like this video and share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your opinions on the island's unique customs and whether you'd consider visiting. And if you want to explore more fascinating places around the world, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an adventure. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. I want to hear from you. What's your take on Madagascar's fascinating customs and unique way of life? Could you imagine yourself visiting this incredible island? Or maybe there's another destination out there that's been on your mind, one that's equally as captivating and full of surprises? Drop your thoughts and suggestions in the comments below. Who knows? Your idea might just inspire the next travel adventure on this channel. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more mind-blowing destinations, and stay tuned for the next journey. I can't wait to hear from you.